So in today's video, I wanted to look at how to remove this section of the rear bumper. So many people have been saying lately that they want to upgrade it to something that's a lot nicer to look at, more of a splitter with kind of the F1 type lines down it and so on. So to help people understand how to take it apart, I thought I'd do this video just so that we can see how to take it off and then how to put it back on. Also, because it's going to be a bit tight underneath there for camera space, what I'm actually going to do is look at trying to remove the entire bumper itself. So basically all the way along, up around the lights, so that we can take the bumper off, really see inside it, and then yeah, do it out in the open. Okay, so let's get going. So I've not taken a bumper off before, so I'm guessing it's going to be similar to the front. We've got some fixings that are really quite visible. Along here there doesn't seem to be anything, but I'm sure we'll find out. And then obviously the same fixing up here. I'm guessing it's going to be similar to the front bumper. For those that have watched the front bumper video, I'm guessing we've got some fixings under here that we'll find. And then also I'm sure that there's going to be some screws fixed up right underneath there that we'll need to just get underneath and remove those. So one of the other things that we'll need to remember as well is obviously the number plate lights. There's going to be a plug for them, so we'll need to make sure that we disconnect that before we pull the bumper forward. Just looking at the bumper, it doesn't actually look like it is fixed underneath here, so we might be lucky enough and not actually need to remove that, because that looks like it's more part of the actual light fitting itself. So we'll leave that one for now, and I think we'll start around the corner by the wheels. Okay, so straight off looking inside the wheel arch, we can see our first fix in now. We've just got to fit the Phillips screw. So space is a bit tight. We can see how close that is to the back wheel. So I don't think we're going to be able to get a screwdriver in there. So it could be easier to actually take the wheel off, although I'm going to try and avoid that. So I'm just going to try and see if I can do it with a ratchet bit with a Phillips bit in. I'll work out how many fixings there are. I'm guessing it's going to be about 3 or 4, and probably I'm guessing another T30 torque screw, which is probably in here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Okay, so rather annoyingly, I wasn't able to get enough purchase on the screws, because they were, you can see they've been in there obviously for 10 years, a little bit corroded in there. But so unfortunately I had to take the wheel off just to get in there. But like I say, I'm doing this to take the bumper off to show you hopefully the inside of what it will be like when you come to change out that splitter. So you shouldn't need to take the wheel off just for changing the splitter. This is just so that I can show you, one, how to take the bumper off, and obviously so that you can see more on the inside. Now those fixings just inside the wheel arch there are removed, I should just be able to put my hand in here and give it a tug forward, and the little clips and so on that just run down this seam should come away. So let's give it a go. It seems about as much as it's going to move for the time being. So I'll do the other side and then we'll look underneath. In actual fact, curiosity's got the better of me. I just had a quick look in there and it looks like there might actually be another fixing in here. So I'm going to remove this fixing here for the light and see if that allows this entire unit to come away. Looking inside, I can't see an easy access panel that would allow you to change the bulbs from there, so I'm guessing you have to do it from here. So let's give this a go. Okay, just that little plate. It looks like there's a clip here that you need to release. And once that comes free, there we go. With that removed, we can see we've got the light unit fitting. We've just got the same plug here as the fog lights, more or less. I think they're from the how to remove the front bumper video. We've just got a little clip on there, so we just need to take that, prise that forward, and then we should just be able to pull that out, and then we can set this aside. There we go. Okay, so with that out of the way, we can see we've got obviously these couple of clips here, and there's a Phillips screw there as well. So I don't know if I just release those clips, just push them in a little bit, get that over the top there, and then I'm guessing that we can release this screw. But it does feel like there's something fixed in there, so we might need to get our hand up from inside to release the screw there. Okay, so it turns out it was just another clip. I just needed to be a bit more forceful with it. So now that's off. Looking at this, we're pretty good a fair amount of the way round. So we'll go and do the other side, and then like I say, then we'll get underneath and do some of the bottom. Okay, so there we go. So that's both sides released. I'll just point out as well that now I've got that done, I've put both the wheels back on just for an extra added safety measure. We don't want it falling down. So next up, underneath we've got some fixings here. So let's have a look and see how we need to go with these. So the first obvious ones that I can see are these ones here. Basically there's a little line about 4 along. So we'll take them off. There is obviously another screw over here, but as that's part of this splitter and the bumper, I'm not going to take that off. I'll wait until we've actually got the whole thing off so that we can show all of the fixings for removing the splitter. So let's get these 4 off. So that's number 8. Okay, so we've now got the fixings off around the light, the fixings off of the wheel arch, same on the other side, and obviously around there the clips down the side, and then just these 4 number 8 socket bits just on the bottom here. It seems a little bit loose, so let's see if we can get some movement out of it. Looking at it, it looks like there's some clips here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll disconnect this plug so we can move it away. There we go. That's for the reversing the number plate lights. Now we can turn it around and have a look inside. Okay, let's have a look. So when I said about these clips up here, you can see that you've got kind of this simple clip. I think there's one just all the way along, just 4 of them. They are just in there. You can just see you got that kind of hole there, another 2, where's the 3rd one on the camera somewhere, 3, and then the 4th one is just there. So that's where it was clipped onto. It's just a case of kind of lifting it up slightly perhaps, and then just giving it a little tug, and then away it comes. So now with it turned around, we can have a look more at kind of how this back section fixes on. So we've got these other fixings that I said about. So we've just got one more Phillips screw there, and then the same on the other side. So we'll remove them, and then it looks like we've just got a host of kind of these clips. If I come in close, you can just see that basically it looks like they just push in. Same as the ones that were holding in the bumper, and it's just a whole host of them all the way around by the looks of it. So you just see more there coming around just all the way along. So yeah, let's get these 2 screws up, and then we'll see if we can just work these out to take it off. Okay, so now with all the fixings off, it's just going to be a case of getting these clips off, like I say. So you can see I've just put a dust sheet down just to stop scratching the bumper. Obviously nobody wants scratches on their bumper, so let's see how this goes. I've got myself a flat screwdriver. Hopefully that will help just pry these clips out, but we'll have a look. It's quite a lot to do, obviously, all the way along, so might be some time. So just with starting on the inside here, I was going to try and do this one first and just work all the way along up to the other side, but because you can see kind of they're angled, they kind of come to a point here. As I'm trying to release it and pull it down, you can see it's just getting stuck on the edge there as it goes down. So I think what it's going to be a case of is actually doing some of the middle ones first, and then just working along so the actual thing goes out flat as if it was on the back of the car and just kind of come out straight. Okay, it's actually proven quite difficult to get these out. You need to put some kind of downwards pressure on it at the same time as pushing the bumper or pushing this bit away. That might be where it's easier to actually do it on the car, so when you come to do it, it'll be easier. But I think for now, what it seems like I'm going to need to do, if I can get some kind of pressure on it, just using a chisel or some kind of flat tool or something like that, hopefully that should just help push it out. And then with that pressure on it, as soon as I can then get something on here, it might just pop out. So let's give that a go. Yeah, that seemed to work quite well. That one's released, so I'll just move this around onto the next one and carry on like that, and hopefully you'd be able to get these, I don't know, maybe your exhaust might be in the way underneath the car, but I'll just carry on getting that under there, a little bit of pressure like that, carry on around, see if it works. Yeah, okay, great stuff. So that method seems to work, putting the pressure on it, just getting that flat instrument or chisel or something like that underneath that, and then that allows you just to prise it away while it's released. Okay, because I've come all the way around from the far end around this way, what I've done is just put some pliers in there just to stop them popping back into the clips here. So now the next one that I need to release is this one here. Alright, so that come apart quite nicely in the end. Starting at one end, I'd recommend starting at one end and running around. It just got easier and easier and easier as it went. So definitely useful tip to probably do that. Obviously you're not going to do one here and one there, and that'd be ridiculous. But obviously now if you were upgrading, you can take that one, go and store it in the shed or something like that, keep the missus happy, and then bring in the new one if you were upgrading and start fixing it all back together. Like I said, unfortunately I've not actually got an upgrade one, but I'd be more than happy to accept one if anyone wanted to send me one. But yeah, for now we're going to put this one back on. We're going to start, I think probably at the end we took off, getting that back in, just putting the clips all the way around, and then we'll see about getting the bumper back on, because that was actually really relatively easy to achieve. It might be easier to do that with the exhaust being in the way. Obviously coming out here might be difficult to get your hand up, but it may also be easier to actually do it in situ, like I say, because of the pressure that you needed to put on it to release these little clips. So let's get it back together and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that was easy enough. So now we'll just get these two screws in, this one and this one up this end as well. While the bumper's off, I thought we'd have a look at all the other bits on the bumper as well. So primarily the number plate lights, if we needed to change them, obviously we wouldn't want to take the bumper off for that. So just looking at it, you'd need to prise it out. So it's just got this metal clip here, so it's just a case of pushing that in and then it comes out, and then obviously you'd be able to take the plug off, remove the bulb and put the bulb back in. So I'm guessing from the other side it'd just be a case of getting a screwdriver in or something, just to allow you to kind of prise that clip down and push it out. So I'll just do mine, both of them. There we go. With the reflectors as well, similar sort of thing. So we just got this metal clip on here. So again, I'm guessing it's just a case of needing to levy that forward a little bit. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to get a screwdriver on that from the outside because the reflector's right there. So it'd just be a case of, I'm guessing, just going carefully with it and trying not to break it. So it would be, I think, looking at them both here, both from the inside or the number plate side first. And then obviously, yeah, you've just got this plastic tab that kind of comes over the top. So for replacing them reflectors, if you needed to, it's a case of pushing it in. There we go. And obviously that pops out. If I turn it over now, we can see that reflector's out, and both of them number plate lights are hanging out, and that reflector would be the same on the other side. So I might give this a little clean up while I'm here, just a little bit of detail, and then get it all back together, and then we'll get the bumper on. So now with all them bits put back onto the bumper, first things first, I think we need to get the electrical plug on for the light, so that's just there. So we'll bring the bumper in, get the plug on, and then we'll try and get the bumper on. Okay, so a little bit challenging, just lining up those lugs there. I think I was trying to go a little bit higher initially, but I think it was probably easy to line it up on these pegs first, and then same on the other end over there. And then, yeah, these ones just slipped in nicely. Just a gentle tap, knock them in. These ones have gone in, and then obviously, yeah, just down this seam as well. So next up, I think I'm going to get the lights in. Just before I put them in, let's have a look at the locating pin. So we've got, I think there's 1, 2, 3 locators there, and then obviously this screw hole. So those 3 locators are 1, 2 and 3, I think, and then the screw hole there, which means that, yeah, that one and that one. So obviously when we look at it, that's the way it's going to go in. And there's our top pin there, which is going to go in here. And then these are the clips here, I think, underneath. There we go. Just when we come to pull it off, they're the initial challenges that you need to just overcome. Just a little bit of brute force, just pulling it forward carefully there. Next up, we'll get these 4 fixings back on. Okay, so with everything back together, last couple of checks. One, just checking for alignment, making sure that everything's aligned back where it should be. Everything, all the lines are nice and sweet and exactly as they were before you started. I'm happy with mine. And then obviously lights as well. Just take and make sure that where we took the lights out, the plugs are back on and everything's all good. Number plate lights as well. And then just brake lights as well. That's great. So hopefully that's been useful, even if nothing more, just to see how it comes apart and goes back together. If you found it useful, then please hit like and subscribe, coming up now hopefully. There's loads more videos uploaded already. There's loads more to come as well, so keep watching. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Cheers.